Hi scholars! Today for our read aloud, we're going to pretend like we're camping and we're going to read Froggy Goes to Camp. Now, in our book, Froggy Goes to Camp, we need to be detectives and try to figure out how Froggy might be feeling throughout the entire story. So how does Froggy feel in the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, and the end of the story? Let's read our book so we can see how Froggy might be feeling. Froggy Goes to Camp. It was summer. Froggy woke up and jumped on his bed. Boing, boing, boing. He was so excited he bumped his head on the ceiling and fell down. "Froggy," called his father. "What?" asked Froggy. "Up and at 'em. Today's the day you go to Camp Run-a-Muck." So Froggy's going to summer camp. I wonder if he'll be excited or nervous. Froggy hopped out of the bed and got dressed and flopped down into the kitchen. "Have you got everything?" asked his mother. "Of course," said Froggy. "Let's go," said Dad. I wonder if Froggy remembered everything. We know Froggy forgets a lot. And off they went, all the way to camp. "Oh no!" cried Froggy an hour later. "I forgot my sleeping bag." "Oh, Froggy," groaned Dad and turned around the car. 2 hours later, "Oh no!" cried Froggy. "I forgot my bathing suit." "Oh, Froggy," groaned Dad and turned around the car. Oh boy, he's forgetting all sorts of stuff and making his mom and dad turn around. I don't think they'd be very happy. By the time they got to Camp Run-a-Muck, it was sunset. "I don't know anybody here," cried Froggy. "I want to go home." "Come meet your bunkmates, dear," Mom said. So if you're looking at Froggy right now, he looks a little bit nervous to meet all these new friends at the camp. I would probably be nervous too, scholars. "Welcome to Camp Run-a-Muck," said Jordan, his counselor, and led them to Froggy's cabin. It was named Wildcats, but his bunkmates were the two toad twins and an otter named Yasha. Yasha was nice. He let Froggy have the top bunk. "Look," said Mom, "there's your principal, Mr. Mugwort. He's the camp director." "Great," said Froggy. "Not." By the time his parents waved goodbye, the moon was rising over Lake Winnemucca. So there his parents are leaving. They're saying bye-bye. Froggy still doesn't look too happy, does he? At sunrise, a bulge blasted. Da-da-toot-da-da. "Last one up," said Yasha, "gets tickled with a feather duster." Froggy was the last one up. Uh-oh. And now he's giggling because he's getting tickled. He looks like he's having more fun now. "Welcome, campers," announced Mr. Mugwort. "Now listen up. Today's your swim test. Tomorrow, swimmers will race to the raft on the lake at the crack of dawn." So they're getting ready for their swim test because they're going to have a swim race tomorrow. How fun. Froggy still looks a little unsure. He must be a little nervous. But now it was time for breakfast. Froggy had KP duty, kitchen patrol, washing dishes, preparing veggies and flies, and serving. When he served Mr. Mugwort, 2 fried eggs slipped off right on Mr. Mugwort's head. Splat! "Oops," said Froggy. Froggy passed the swim test, of course. Later, he had archery. He pulled the bow and aimed, let go, and hit Mr. Mugwort's bottom. "Oops," said Froggy. Uh-oh, he keeps getting Mr. Mugwort. On Tuesday, the bugle blasted, and Froggy flopped down to the lake. Flop, 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 ready to race. "Froggy," called Mr. Mugwort. "What?" "You forgot your bathing suit." Froggy looked down. Oops. He was wearing his boxers. Everybody laughed. even Mr. Mugwort. Aw, Froggy must not be having a good time right now, huh? He's probably a little embarrassed. I would be. On Wednesday, they went on a big hike around Lake Winnemucca. It got so hot that Froggy said, "Let's jump in the lake with all of our clothes on." Jordan, the counselor, did a swan dive. Yasha did a jackknife. And Froggy did a cannonball. And got Mr. Mugwort all wet. I think Froggy's having fun now, isn't he? On Thursday in the dining hall, the Toad twins yelled, "Food fight! Food fight!" and everybody joined in. Froggy threw a banana, but Yasha ducked, and it smeared across Mr. Mugwort's shirt. Mr. Mugwort was not a happy camper. On Friday, Mr. Mugwort asked, "Who knows how to paddle a kayak?" He was also the kayak instructor. I do, cried Froggy. Are you sure? Yep. Froggy put on a life jacket and sat in the front. Mr. Mugwort pushed off and climbed in. Uh-oh. Froggy held the kayak paddle like a canoe paddle and dug in. Yikes! And they went over. Splash! Oops, said Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Mr. Mugwort glared at him, then laughed and hollered, "Water fight! Water fight!" He handed out squirt guns, and they had the wildest water fight in Camp Runamuck history. How fun. Froggy sure looks like he's liking camp now. And the last night, they stargazed, told scary stories around a bonfire, and sang camp songs like, "Dear Mama Duck, Dear Papa Duck, it's fun here at Camp Runamuck." When Froggy's family came in the morning, Mom said, "How was camp, Froggy?" "Great. I hit Mr. Mugwort with an arrow, smushed him with a banana, and capsized our kayak." That's nice, dear," his mom said. And Froggy sang his camp songs all the way home. All right, scholars, I hope you enjoyed our book, Froggy Goes to Camp. Now I want you to think about how Froggy must have felt in the beginning of the story, because if we go back in our book, like any good reader, we remember that he forgot a lot of stuff. I wonder if Froggy forgot that stuff on purpose because he didn't really want to go. I don't know. But then when his parents get ready to drop him off, he doesn't seem so sure and he looks a little bit nervous. So I wonder how Froggy was feeling in the beginning of the story when his mom and dad dropped him off his camp. I also wonder how he must have felt at the end of the story after he had a few really fun days at camp. Think about those questions and then tell me your response in the slides below. Bye, friends.